right down the field, and it didn't take them long.
Yeah, Ravion Brown, he is the speed, and they had a nice little play drawn up there. It's the one thing we see. We saw these two teams early in the year. Now when we see them later in the year, there's so much more to the playbook, and these teams are really prepared for their quarterback air it out a little bit. He is a senior, Parker Reynolds. He's been your leader all year long. I'm letting him throw the football.
What?
Yeah, Desert Pines ROTC program had some fun knocking that thing down like a beach ball.
Armstrong on the naked boot. He's going to get the touchdown. He got the football to the pylon, and the Desert Shield strike again.
That's big. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Desert Shields.
Watch his right arm extend and get to the pylon.
He got there. He's a good athlete.
But you know what?
Man,
You know what I love?
Well and runs it well.
You know what? Kenny's great. If we could maybe after the extra point, we get another look at how many times we saw Derek Carr do it a few.
Goal line where they know he's got sure hands.
Yeah, that's pressure, right? I mean,
sure is.
This has got to be a quarterback sneak, right? You bet it is. Reynolds puts his head down, and I think he's got it, waiting for it to be official, and there you see the signal. Boulder City is on the board.
Hey, nice answer by Chris Morelli's club for this game.
12 seconds. But you know what? At the end of the game, you wonder, because if you remember back to the first.
Welcome back. Here we go. 3rd and 14 for Chandler. Drops. Can run it if he wants. Does. Chandler high-stepping. And then
Korsky Blackhawk. Look at the little helicopter action, huh?
Down. They're going for it. That's my guy, Markel Townsend. Crab drill. What a run. Townsend. Markel Townsend is putting on a show late in this ball game. That kid, I tell you, that kid is going to be a fortune. Remember the name, folks. Markel Townsend.
There's Carr to throw the football back inside to Patterson. He breaks one tackle, spins away. You got to get him down if you can. Jenkins finally battling hard there. And
2nd and short, so they'll throw it long downfield. And coming down with a football, outstanding job.
The punt is away. They decide to let it bounce at the 5, and then Lawrence comes up to pick it up. Turns out to be a great decision. Keyshawn Lawrence, midfield, now open field. What looked to be down at the 5 ends up being a touchdown for the Innsworth Tigers. 95-yard return.
Hamlin fires over the middle. It's tipped right into the hands of Sam Adams. Are you kidding me? Sam Adams is going to score another touchdown. Great first half, Brian. Yeah, both ways. Cheyenne came out, they scored on their first 2 drives. Boulder City answers. And we had very few drives in this because the clock was running the entire time. It was a very fast first half, but a big defensive stop by Boulder City at the end of the first half.
Ravion Brown with the first score of the night. Desert Shields went for 2, didn't get it. Their offense would strike again. Devontae Armstrong with the bootleg gets the football to the pylon. But then Boulder City got their offense going with a big drive to respond.
Yeah, they did. That was a big drive, and it was methodical down the field. And the passing game worked out. They had a huge 4th down that they converted.
And at the tail end of the first half, 4th and 2 from the 2. And Boulder City comes up with this
battle coming into tonight that it was going to be a defensive battle. But it's been really the Cheyenne offense has been the story tonight. 4 drives, all 4 they've driven the football into the red zone.
I formation. Madison off the left side. He's got the end zone. And the Cheyenne Desert Shields up their lead to 18-7. Holding his right hand coming off the sideline. And we know that the Desert Shields will go for 2 here. So, wow, Kenny, the fumble on the opening kickoff of the second half, devastating to Boulder City.
7 minutes off the clock and at least 6 more points on the scoreboard.
Game this evening. Listen, Madison was really, really good too. But Jason Black had some big runs on a couple of key series, Kenny, that opened a little bit of a cushion. And he was good on the other side of the ball, too, as was Madison.
Yeah, no, they both played a great game. Jason Black, I just think he was more committed, had the bigger plays and the very important first and second drives of the game for the Desert Shields. Even in the third drive, they didn't punch it in. He had 60 yards on the ground that drive.
I mean, it was student body right, student body left, and this was a solid effort for Cheyenne that advances with the win tonight over Boulder City.